In today's video, we are going to look at two problems on vectors. We want to solve the vectors that we are given here. We only have two questions here. Let's start with the first one, and if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe for more videos, and you can also share the videos with others. Now, our question here says PQRS is a trapezium with PQ. This side PQ is equal to 2SR, meaning this length P to Q is 2 times that length. And then our PQ, the vector PQ, the quantity that we are given is 2A. Now let's remind ourselves that when we write a vector, we can write a vector. Normally when we type them, it should be in bold, or handwritten we can put something underneath like that. Or if we have two letters, we can write A, B like that, and then with an arrow above, showing that with the A is the starting point and the B is the end point, and this is the direction moving from A to B. Then if we have B, A with the direction like that, it means you're moving from B to A. Let's keep the basics in mind. Now here, to find our QR in terms of A and B, and we should also take note that we should give it in the simplest form, meaning we should be able to simplify it. That's what it means. We have to move from point Q to point R. Moving from point Q to point R. That is what the direction is telling us, since we know that a vector is a quantity with magnitude and direction. So here we have to move from Q to R. So the arrow is telling us the direction. We're moving from Q going to R. Now the quantity, not really the quantity, but the magnitude. The magnitude in this case, we are now saying this is our magnitude. Look at this as the length from P to Q. Normally the magnitude, the other word is length. Maybe that's what we have to say. Length. When we talk of magnitude, we are also referring to the length. Now to move from Q to R, looking at our trapezium, when we're dealing with vectors, we cannot move from Q going straight to R. The reason for that is because we are not given the quantity here. So we have to use another direction that can lead us to the same destination. Now since you are given the quantity here and also the quantity there, and we know what should be the quantity there, looking at what we have here, PQ is 2 times SR. SR is here. If we have 2A here, it means there we divide this by 2 so that we can get our A there. So our SR now is A. The quantity there is A. So it means we have to move from Q to come to P, and then from P to S, and then S to R. So we write Q, P, not P but R, QR equals to Q, P, and then P, S, and then SR. Now before we solve, we know moving from Q to P, the magnitude is 2a. P to S, the magnitude is B. S to R, that one I showed it already. If you want to know how to get that A, in simple terms, I have PQ equals to 2SR. We know our PQ, the magnitude is 2A. So you can write 2A equals to 2SR. So to get our SR, we divide both sides by 2. So that this and that can cancel, and then our SR is now this, and that is A. That is how I got that A there. So now that we know our SR, we can now write. Now here we are moving from Q to P. The arrow is telling us that this quantity is going from P to Q. Now we are moving opposite the direction of the arrow. Therefore, the 2A now becomes negative. And then plus PS, we are moving from P to S. P to S in the same direction with the arrow. Then it's positive B. And then S to R. S to R, the direction of 2A is going like this. Therefore, we are also going from S to R in the same direction. Therefore, it's positive A. Then we can simplify that by collecting the like terms. We have negative 2A plus A and then plus B. So this will give us 2A plus A. We should get negative A plus B. So our answer, we can now start with a positive number, B minus A. If you write minus A plus B, it is still correct. We are just trying to start with positive values. Let's move on to the next question. Here we have a triangle, and we want to get the vector OM. I'll do the second solution this side. I'll do it in a different color. Now here there are two ways on how we can get our vector OM. It means we have to move from O up to M. Now what we can see here is that we cannot take this road to go to M straight. The reason for that is because we don't know the quantity here. We don't know the quantity here. Only if we could know the quantity here, then we could now use that way. So either what we now have to do, either we go this direction, we go from O to Y and then Y to M, or we go from O to X and then X to M. The point is to move from O to M. First, I'll take this way, O to X and then X to M. So I'll write O, X. From X, I have to move to M. And keep in mind that the direction is very important here. Now, what we now need to do is that before we do everything, let's keep in mind the ratio that we are given. We are told that XM, we have our XM here, the ratio is 3. While MY, we don't have MY here, so let's not bother about MY. So let's just focus on XM. So for us to get our XM, what we need to do, we have to check. We want to move from O to X and then from X to M, but keep in mind that X to M is a fraction of the length X, Y. That is just a fraction. Let me erase this. So our XY, Let's get the vector xy. To move from x to y, we cannot go straight like this. We have to come this way. We are opposing this direction up to O, and then from O we go to y. So we write our x to O plus O to y. That is our xy. We are going from x to O and then y. The reason why we want to get that, so that we can take out the fraction of xm. So our xo, we are moving towards the arrow, therefore it's negative x here. And then our oy, we are moving in the same direction with the arrow, therefore it's positive y. Now we can come back here. What we can see here is that our ox, moving from O to x in the same direction with the arrow, it's positive x, plus our xm. Our xm now, where will I even get the other space for the second solution? Anyways, it's fine, I'll just figure it out. Our xm now is a fraction of xy. So our xm here, the ratio is 3 over 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 over 8 of xy. We know what is our xy equal to, which is negative x plus y. So we now come down. Our xm now is equal to 3 over 8 negative x plus y. Now we can expand this bracket. So we should have x negative 3 over 8 x, and then plus 3 over 8 y. We can now simplify here. In order for us to simplify here, if you don't have a calculator,